where x is equal to 2 by 3, this function is goes to infinite. So domain is for all x belongs to r minus 2 by 3, r minus just 2 by 3. We have to remove this element from total r. Okay, this is the domain of this function. Now we have to find the range. How to find the range? Before discussion, we will go for, listen children, whenever we have to find the range means we will go for the inverse function. So if suppose this is a function, this is bijective function. Bijective function, for bijective function only inverse function will exist. Okay, this is 1 1 as well as on 2, so that it becomes a bijective function. Okay, now if you make the reverse, then it becomes a f inverse function. So here domain is 1 2 3 and the codomain or range will be ABC. Okay, here for f inverse, domain is ABC and the codomain is 1 2 3. Okay, what we are doing is, this is given the function, we will find the inverse of that. If you make the inverse, you will get some function. Okay, it's a domain. If you find its a domain is nothing but the range of this function or not. Domain of f inverse is equal to range of f. Have you understood this? I hope you can able to understand this one. Okay, very easily this is. So domain of f inverse is nothing but the codomain or range of f. Have you understood? Right. We'll go further now. Now, like this we are going. So we have to find the inverse of that function. F of x by 2 minus 3x is equal to y. We will make the inverse of that function, and if you find the inverse domain is nothing but the range of f. Okay, inverse function domain is nothing but the range of f. Due to that reason we are saying like this. Okay, if you multiply and cross multiplication, you will have 2y minus 3xy. You bring this side and take x common, you will have 3y is equal to 2y. I can write this one as x is equal to 2y by 1 plus 3y. 1 plus 3y. And we have f inverse of x is nothing but y. Sorry, y is equal to x. Now, like this. And go for substitution. Here you will have f inverse of y is nothing but 2y by 1 plus 3y. Now we have to find the domain of f inverse is equal to range of f. Have you understood? So we have to find the domain of this one. Now f inverse is not defined when 1 plus 3y is equal to 0 or 3x is equal to 0. You can write 3x also, no problem. Okay, 3x is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 1 by 3. So for all x belongs to r minus 1 by 3. This is the domain of f inverse is equal to, domain of f inverse is nothing but range of f. So your answer will be range of f will be this one, like this. Okay, you have to find like this. This is 2 marks question. You have to write everything like this. We are saying they say yes. After that cross multiplication you got like this, and every step you have to write there. Then only you will get good marks. Okay, right. For the second bit, we have to find the domain and range. Okay, and range is somewhat difficult in the different ways you have to solve it. Okay, now you go for the f of x for this. Now it seems to be like this. Don't cancel the function before itself. Okay, function, whatever the function is given, you have to find for its domain only. Don't cancel it. That is the wrong way. Okay, now this function f is not defined or defined. Not defined. When x minus 2 equal to 0. In the denominator value goes to 0, automatically this function goes to infinite. So undefined. So x is equal to 2. So domain will be domain of f for all x belongs to R lo nunchi just you have to remove that element 2. This is its domain. Okay. Now we'll go for the range. We'll go for the range. Range is for this function is totally different. Okay. Remember this once again. Now f of x is equal to x minus 2 into x plus 2. X minus 2. I am splitting this one of the numerator plus and minus. So I can remove this cancellation of this one. Okay. Now we got f of x is equal to x plus 2. Now listen properly here. Listen properly here. When f of x is equal to x plus 2. Now all I said, don't split the function and don't cancel the function. But for range value, we are cancelling it. Okay. Now here you can write this is x minus 2 is there. R minus 2. Wherever 2 is there, the function is not defined. Okay. This 2 will not be there in your domain. Domain లో ఈ 2 అనేది ఉండదు కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఆ 2 అనే వాల్యూని ఇక్కడ పెట్టి చూడండి. f of 2 if you substitute here, you will get 2 plus 2 that is 4. The result 4 should not be there in your codomain or in your range. So range will be, range is for all x belongs to R minus ఈ 4 అనే వాల్యూ ఉండదు కాబట్టి ఆ 4 అనే వాల్యూ రిమూవ్ చేస్తే so we got the range value for that. Have you understood? Once again I am saying domain of f is given as R minus 2. R minus 2 where 2 is not defined here. Whenever x is 2, that function is not defined when it is going to infinite. So we can solve this one like this. You got x plus 2. ఇప్పుడు 2 అనేది దీంట్లో డొమైన్ లో లేదు కాబట్టి 2 అనే వాల్యూ డొమైన్ లో లేదు కాబట్టి ఆ 2 అనే వాల్యూని ఇచ్చి చూడండి. So if you substitute there, we got 2 plus 2 as 4. The 4 result will not be there. దీంట్లోనే లేకపోతే దాని రిజల్ట్ ఉండదు కదా. So that we have to remove r minus 4 like this. Now the range value will be for all x belongs to r minus 4. Now like this you have to do this problem. Now this function. So x by 1 plus x square is given. F of x is given. Now how to solve? We have to find the domain. You see the domain value here. X square is a positive value. Whenever if you give the x value negative also, it becomes positive. Definitely the denominator never goes to 0. Never goes to 0. So unless it is imaginary. But imaginary values will not be there. Why? Because we are dealing with real functions. We are dealing with real function, not imaginary function. So it is real function. So real numbers only exist here. So domain of f is for all x belongs to R. X belongs to R. Already we completed domain. Domain is nothing but R. Now we have to go for the range now. R codomain. Now that is will be x by 1 plus x square, that is equal to f of x, that is equal to y. We will say by cross multiplication x is equal to y plus yx square. Now if you take this one, write in order of y x square minus x plus y equal to 0. Now we got a quadratic equation. In terms of x to solve for y, where you have to treat y as a constant and x is a variable here. So we can go for, if you compare this ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 form, in the place of a we have y, in the place of b we have minus 1, in the place of c we have y. It should be real roots. What is the meaning of real roots? B square minus 4ac should be greater than 0. So real roots. Should be real roots. So we'll go for that one. Substitute minus 1 whole square minus 4 into, what is y value? Y. Sorry, a value is y and c value is also y. Is greater than equal to 0. I can write 1 minus 2y whole square is greater than equal to 0. Greater than equal to 0. I can write in a proper way. If you multiply negative taking minus common, 2y whole square minus 1 is greater than equal to 0. If you multiply with negative sign, it becomes 2y minus 1 into 2y plus 1. I can split like this, greater than, sorry, here less than equal to 0. Now the function is, in the previous problem also we discussed, whenever the function is like this, less than 0, less than equal to, therefore then for all x belongs to or y belongs to, if it is y in terms of y belongs to minus 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2 is nothing but your range value. 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2 is your range value. Like this you can do that one. Such problems can be calculated like this. Whenever he is asking domain and range, like this you have to calculate. Now we will go for the f of x is equal to 3 sin x plus 4 cos x. This is 4 cos x. So I can apply the formula domain. We have to find the domain first. Domain of sin x is R. Okay. Domain of cos x is also R. Okay. Sum of two real functions is again a domain will be R itself. So f of x domain is for all x belongs to R. This is your function, it's a domain. Now we have to find the range now. We have to find the range. Now first range. Now whenever we are going for range, f of x is equal to, if a cos theta plus b sin theta plus c, its range will be minus c plus root over a square plus b square, and less than f of x is less than c plus root over a square plus b square. Like this it is. You have to apply this formula, and from trigonometry also we have this the same problem. Okay, in maximum minima, and this will be minus c is not there here, 0, and this will be root over a is there in the place 4, 16 plus b is there 3, that is 9, is less than f of x is less than 0 plus root over 16 plus 9, and we have minus minus 5 is less than f of x is less than, that is 5. So the range value lies between minus 5 and 5 for that function. Now we are going to discuss f is R to R, f of x is equal to x square is 1 1 or surjection. By the definition we have to prove this one. Okay, and what is the definition says, if a1 for all a1 comma a2 belongs to that, then f of a1 is equal to f of a2, and ff will be cancelled, a1 is equal to a2. Like this you have to get it, then we can say that it is a 1 1 function. Okay, now we will see this. Suppose two values are belongs to that one, a1 comma a2 belongs to a. F is a means R of d, domain R of d, and f of a1 will be a1 square and f of a2 is equal to a2 square. Now we have f of a1 is equal to f of a2. So a1 square is equal to a2 square, and a1 is equal to under root means plus or minus a2. For each one element you will have two different elements. For one element you will have two different elements, so that it is not 1 1. It is not 1 1. How can you say that it is not 1 1? Because suppose I can write minus 1 and f of 1. Both are having 1 only. Two different elements will have the same image. So it is not 1 1. Is not 1. Okay. Now we'll go for the first one is over surjection. This is 1 1. 1 1. It is not 1 1, we proved. Now what is surjection means? Every element of B codomain should have at least one preimage in capital A. Is nothing but domain. Now we will check it. So by graphically, if I draw A and this is B, okay, this is R. This will be from -3 to -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 like this, and it's also same like this, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on like this. Okay. The function is defined as f is x square, x square. If you go for -1, what you will get, you will see f of -3, you will have 9, f of -2, you will have 4, f of -1, you will have 1, f of 0, you will have 0, f of 1, you will have 1, f of 2, you will have 4, and f of 3, you will have 9. Like this, for this domain, we are getting the result as like this, okay. Now, there is no pre-images for negative values of codomain B. Therefore, F is not surjection or onto. F is not surjection and onto. It is not onto, like this. Okay? It is not onto. Like this you can write. Okay? Now, we'll go for the next one. Now, what is the difference between the previous question and this one is, here the domain is decreased here. No negative values in domain. Here the negative values and positive values, rational, irrational, everything is included in that. Here, now this is the positive value. So, I can start with 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. And this will be -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on like this. Okay. Now, for 0, you will have 0. For 1, we will have 1. For 2, you will have 4. For 3, you will have 9. Like this it goes on. Each and every element of A has unique image. Okay, image undi dintlo. Okay. Therefore, A has unique image in capital B. Therefore, F is 1, 1. F is 1, 1. Okay, image undi. Okay na? Now this is 1, 1. 0 ki 0 ne undi, 1 ki 1, 2 ki 4 undi, 3 ki 9. Single image undi. In the previous cases, -1 ki 1 ki ఒకటే ఉంది. So like this it should not be there. Now we'll go for the another function. Now we have to find the one is completed. Now we'll go for the surjection. Now remember this once again, the same thing I am going to write. Every element, at least one element, at least 2-3 elements should be there. Is there pre-images in this? The remaining left over here. What are the left over there? Some positive elements is also there and some negative elements also there. And for negative numbers of B does not have pre-images in capital A. Pre-images in capital A. Capital A ఉండాలి, లేవు. మరి అప్పుడు ఏమంటాం? Therefore, F is not onto. F is not onto or surjection. Like this you have to write everything so that he can able to understand. Like this graph also you can give, no problem. This is mappings. Okay.